man, bro, the NBA is off to a hot start, ladies and gentlemen. So, guys, if you haven't heard, man, Trae Young is asking for a trade out of the Atlanta Hawks. So this is literally the very first news that came into the NBA. So again, the trade deadline has not started. It's still a month away, but the rumor mill are starting, and this will start with our boy, the public enemy number one for the New York Knicks, star point guard Trae Young has requested a trade, and now he is currently being worked on to have a trade away to a different team. So right now, guys, this is a really, really developing story because right now the NBA All-Star is literally a month away, and the trade deadline is going to start during that time. But right now, the very hot topic is Trae Young. There is a rumor that the Washington Wizards are the legitimate contender to grab the All-Star. Now, this is currently being worked on, but there are other teams, but we cannot say for sure. Apparently, Toronto Raptors are also interested. We don't know. We don't know. So right now, however, the Washington Wizards are the top destination to take Trae Young. They do have a really stacked roster. So what's going on right now? So Young is currently under contract for $45 million this season with the option of 48 through the 2026-27, and he could decline this in order to explore free agency. So right now, man, he has been a very, very inconsistent player for the Hawks, and now he wants nothing more than out in Atlanta. So, TJ, what do you think about this, man?
Yeah, I'd pray that he doesn't get sent to Washington, bro. You get sent to Washington, bro, you're done. You're done, man. That's where people's careers go to end, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that organization can't do nothing right. They can't win or anything. They don't know what they're doing. And if I'm Trae Young, bro, you'd rather want to be a Hawk than a Washington Wizard. I'll tell you that right now. If I'm the Hawks, I'll do anything to keep Trae Young because he brought you guys to the Eastern Conference Finals. He's been your biggest draw the last few years, and he's one of the best point guards in the NBA. Trae Young can ball, bro. Trae Young can ball. People want to hate on him, but he can ball, bro. If I'm him, yeah, Toronto would be a fantastic.
Whoa, TJ, we're going to Toronto. We're going to Toronto if that,
bro. If he's in Toronto, because Toronto this year is pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
With Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett's been injured, but when he's back, they're gonna be great. Or I think he's back already. And also Scotty Barnes hooping as well too. Yeah, man. Honestly, bro, if I'm him, I'd want to go to Toronto. That'd be the best matchup, I feel like. If he goes to the West, it's a little bit more difficult because the West teams are quite competitive, and a lot of them are already kind of filled when it comes to point guards, I would say. So going to the West is a little bit more difficult. So for him, staying in the East is good. But also another place that I would look for him, if they have the money, it would be the Bucks. Him and Giannis, because the Bucks want to do anything that they can do to keep Giannis. Yo, him and Giannis would be a great pairing if you think about it, bro. And then they also have Miles Turner there too. So he would have a legitimate big man that could also shoot threes and also defend as well too, and could also be a lob threat. So yeah, man, those are my top two picks, honestly, man. Honestly.
I'm surprised that you weren't thinking of the Lakers. So
nah, man, we don't need him. We don't need him. The Lakers we're good.
So let's look at the potential trade windows that's going to happen if this does go on. So per TSN, this is from the TSN website. So there are 4 proposals that could work for Trae Young. So let's start with the Wizards. So again, the Wizards are the top contenders. So there is potential here. So the Wizards could get Trae Young and a 2031 second round pick via better of Hawks and Rockets. And the Hawks could get Malachi Branham, AJ Johnson, and CJ McCollum from the Wizards. So CJ McCollum is actually quite doing well in the Wizards, despite him being very old at 34 now. But he's still hooping. So He is actually in his final season of contract, so this could fit the salary cap that they are looking for. So this is one of the rumors. Again, guys, this is not the official trade, but this could be the trade that could work. So to make cap space and of course not violate any of the luxury tax. So the next one, the next other second option that the Wizards could do is they could get Trae Young, and this time it's a 2026 second round pick, and they could trade 5 players and a first round pick. So Malachi Branham, Devin Carter, AJ Johnson, Malik Monk, and Dario Saric, and a 2026 first round pick via worst of Clippers, Rockets, and Thunder. So this could be one of the 2 ways that the Wizards can trade for Trae Young. The next one is the Sacramento Kings. So the Sacramento King could also be in this trade. So I think it's a 3-man trade, TJ. So Kings could get CJ McCollum, and of course they could trade all their players to the Wizards. To the Hawks, some of their players there, and they could get CJ McCollum in exchange from Washington. The next one is, of course, TJ. This is the one that you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the one I was
The
talking about.
Bucks. Trae Young could also go to the Bucks if the Bucks are willing to trade Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis, Gary Harris, and a 2031 first round pick. So again, the Antetokounmpo Damian Lillard pairing did not work out, but they do have a potential to get Trae Young because they are desperate to continue keeping Antetokounmpo, like you said, rather than trading him. So hopefully the Bucks swap this, man. They cannot miss out on this opportunity. Dude,
If I'm Trey,
the
obviously,
Bucks,
like I said, Toronto before, right? But this
Toronto.
would honestly be another great choice. Atentakumpo is a winner, and if
Oh
he
yeah,
wants to win, them two pairing up together, bro, would be fantastic.
Now, now this is a good pairing, so we'll see. But again, they better swoop it as much as we can because this is a great backcourt, front court, by the way. So
Yeah,
again, we'll see where it goes. But this is also a possible trade. So through the 2030, 31 season, Antetokounmpo will be 36. So this is a lucrative deal. So I think they should do this, man. They should just trigger it and do it and get him, man. In my opinion, if it's not Toronto, then go for the Bucks,
the
bro.
Bucks, one
You
hundred
know?
percent.
So again, the latest one, this one here is a dark horse. Interestingly enough, the
Yeah,
Trailblazers could get this guy.
I'm Mirocho. I'm Mirocho. Trailblazers started off amazing this season. They're slowing down. Their young players are fantastic.
Mhm.
So, but as a winning, would it make them win? I don't know if it would.
So again, they could trade Trey Young for Jeremy Grant, Robert Williams as the third, but they could also trade out Shaden Sharp, who's currently still injured, and of course Scoot Henderson. I haven't actually seen this guy play properly. Scoot Henderson.
Uh, this season, he's actually been having a decent season.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yeah.
So again, this could be a good boost for Young because the Blazers are actually 24th in offense. So if they do join
Wait,
him,
sorry. Actually, never mind. That's Shaden Sharp who's having a
oh, a
decent
decent
season. I'm
season.
not too
Okay,
sure about Scoot.
Scott Scoot. Okay, so Young could be provided an immediate boost. Like I said, 20. They're currently 24th, and if he's added to this team, he could like recover their offense. And of course, Portland do have a good perimeter and interior defenders to help them out, even if that formula hasn't panned out in Atlanta. So again, this is interesting, man. So these are potential suitors that could possibly happen that in the NBA for Trae Young. Again, this is literally a hot topic because Trae Young has specifically said, I want to be traded, and this is going to be an interesting route. So, TJ, analysis.
Yeah, man. It's kind of tough, man, because the Hawks are not really a bad organization. I'll just give them they're a mid organization, right? They're not like the Kings. They're not like the Washington Wizards. They're like a mid. You either get the best of them or you get like a mid version of them, right?
Mhm.
And he's been able to do a lot with them so far. Take them to the Eastern Conference Final. Uh, you've seen Trey Young take down teams like New York himself.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
he can do
public
damage.
enemy number one.
Yeah, he can do a lot of damage. Like I said, if I'm him, I know they didn't mention Toronto in there, but if Toronto could get him somehow without having to trade IB or uh, Scotty or RJ, I would say
So,
go for it.
So there is another website that did say they can trade. So
Oh,
it could be
yeah,
a three-man trade. So Trae Young to the Raptors, so Hawks can get Emmanuel quickly, Agbaji and Garrett Temple. Raptors can get Trae Young and Kyle Kuzma with a 2026 first round swap
yeah.
rights for the Bucks. And the Bucks could get RJ Barrett. So this also could work under this
Oh,
website.
that's
So
be
this
pushing
actually
larger.
this is gonna be crazy because that's gonna be interesting. The
I,
question is,
I mean, here's the thing. This could work because the Raptors have had so much success even without RJ playing.
I actually like the Raptors. I'm actually surprised
Like
how the
even
Raptors
without
have
RJ
come.
playing, they had a lot of success. And with a playmaker like Trey Young, who could also hit shots, mm, my
Mm.
goodness, bro.
Toronto, Toronto,
Toronto could do
please,
some damage, in my
please,
opinion.
please. I want, bro. I would pay my go. I would definitely fly to Toronto just to watch Trae Young in Toronto in the Toronto Raptors. Bro, I'm not even joking. They're actually, I fuck with Toronto, bro. Don't get me wrong. Respect to Toronto. I give them credit, by the way, for putting in their chips and actually paying it off for Kawhi Leonard for bringing us the chip. So yo, hey man, if they're willing to do it again to gamble, TJ, and if they're actually successful, in TJ, I'm telling you, Toronto might be the greatest gambler in the history of the NBA, bro. I'm not even kidding, TJ. They literally
Personally,
gambled on
it wouldn't
Kawhi,
make
bro,
them. I don't know if it would make them a title contender, but they could. They could go like Eastern Conference Finals maybe.
for sure.
But I
And
would have New York over them regardless.
and another surprising thing, the Clippers are also in this discussion. So again,
Mm.
guys, this is just a trade group. These are the trades that could work. So we're not saying this is what they're offer. So again, Trae Young to the Clippers, they could get John Collins and Bogdanovich and Brooke Lopez, and they could get
Yo,
Trae
yo,
Young.
yo, yo,
That's
yo.
gonna be crazy.
If you're an NBA player, just stay away from this franchise, bro. Just stay away from this franchise.
Mm.
This team has never had success. They have never been to even a Western Conference final. They have never had success. And as soon as a player gets over there, somehow they're getting injured. And there's just a curse and something about the Clippers. They need to get out of LA because this is Laker Town, baby. This is
Bigger
Laker
things bigger.
Town.
Amen. Amen.
Uh, yeah, man. Nah, if I'm him, bro, don't even bother. Don't
And of
even bother.
course, and of course, in this website, of course, again, the
Oh
Wizards.
Lord, have mercy.
So the Wizards
I'd
are
rather him
really
go to the Clippers.
so again, these they are really, really in pursuit right now. So we'll see what happens, man. So again, these are interesting trade proposals that could work. So like I said, bro, Trae Young is a baller.
He's a hooper, man.
He is literally the public enemy number one. I believe. I'm not gonna lie. Probably public enemy number two
Bro,
from the New York Knicks.
remember last year in the playoffs, they weren't even playing the Hawks. They
Yeah,
won the game, and then they're still mentioning Trey Young's name.
yeah. Trae Young.
Yeah, yeah, they're not even playing the Hawks in the playoffs,
Yeah, and
and
they,
they're
bro,
mentioning Trey Young's name no matter what.
and bro, this is why I love New York fans.
It was so funny.
New York fans will never forget their pains, bro. But speaking of which, man, like TJ, okay, be honest with me, man. Be straight with me. If
Yeah.
you were Trae Young, where would you go right now?
Oh, Toronto or the Bucks would be my top two, man. I would want to stay in the eastern side no matter what because that's going to give you the best chance uh, to go to the finals. I would say because right now a lot of the team in the Eastern Western Conference are
Stacked, yeah, they
injured
do have a
riddled
stack,
and they're
and
not
they're
really
also.
the most stacked teams. Like
Mhm.
example, Boston injured until Tatum comes back and they have to rebuild a little bit more of that team. Boston's gonna they're still gonna be good, but they're not gonna be what they were like when they won the championship, right?
Mhm.
Philadelphia 76ers. You have the question of Embiid, right? Embiid at any time, unfortunately, could go down. PG as well. They do have VJ and they do have Maxi, which are very amazing players.
Mhm.
But again, Sixers are a very questionable team as well too. Indiana right now they blew up pretty much most of that team, and Halliburton won't be coming back until next year. And even then, as someone who has tore their Achilles actually last year as well as well with all of those guys, I'll tell you this, man. When you come back, it's a little bit of a getting back to use of everything, right? Like I'm back to hooping now. I was back to hooping like after 9 months, I would say 8 months, 9 months. I was back to hooping, but I wasn't quite the same until like the full year. And then after that, you kind of have another year to really get back to where you were before. But I'm doing great. Uh, yeah. What other teams? Miami. Miami could be a great team too, honestly, for him if you really think about it. I don't
Yeah.
know why I did not think about Miami. Miami could be a very good potential team for Trey Young, in my
Yo,
opinion.
shout out to the Heat. Legendary
I
team,
would
bro.
go to Miami if I was him.
Legendary team. Bro, my
Inside Heat
childhood.
too.
My
Yeah,
childhood was in Miami.
I would go to Miami if I was him. To be honest,
Shout out to Miami LeBron.
Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't need him. Cleveland is good.
Yeah.
Uh,
We got Spider Mitchell there, so
they got Spider and Garland over there on the PG. Uh, what other teams are there,
the
man?
Bulls? Chicago?
Oh, Chicago. I'd rather go to way rather go to Chicago than Wizards.
Yo,
Uh,
that's Michael
here's-
Jordan County there. Build a statue for Trae
uh,
Young, bro.
yeah, but honestly, like I said, Trey Young should just focus on trying to go to some type of team that contend at least, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, that's my take on that, man. What about you?
Me, bro, Toronto for sure. I want Toronto. Maybe um long shot here, but maybe Brooklyn Nets, because why not? Because Brooklyn
Oh,
Nets,
yeah, well, Michael
bro.
Porter is hooping.
Yeah, he
Michael
would
Porter
be
is
a
hooping.
definitely enemy, a sworn enemy to the New York Knicks fans there,
That
bro.
would be
If he goes to
actually
Brooklyn,
hilarious.
that would be entertaining. I ain't
That
gonna
would be
lie, bro.
hilarious.
So again, those are the things. But Bucks definitely, I agree with you with the Bucks one, because I do think Giannis should stay in the Bucks. I don't want him to go anywhere, to be honest, because I feel like Giannis, Giannis should be the history maker for the Bucks. If only if done right. So I really hope the
I think
Bucks pull the
he should
trigger.
follow Kareem's steps and take his
And
talent to the Lakers.
oh my
But
god.
anyways,
Anyway, that's another
that's a
topic.
topic for a different day.
All right.
Sorry, continue.
But yo, for me, man, that's those are the three destinations. Could be Brooklyn, Toronto, or the Bucks. That would be entertaining. And also, like, that would be a really good thing to think about, because I do want it. And if Chicago comes into play there, and if they trade like Josh Giddey, sure, why not? Because, like, dude, Chicago, you could literally become the franchise there, man. Shout out to Chicago Bulls, man.
I
I
do
love
like
Chicago
Chicago.
Bulls. I do love them. So yeah, man. So guys, let us know what you guys think about the trade rumors right now. Do you think where do you think Trae Young should go? Leave us in the comments. Do you think there should be a player that should be traded during midseason right now? Let us know in the comments as well. We'll make other videos for that. We are going to be watching the rumor mill as we go on. Also, we're also going to watch the rumor mills in the Premier League, especially what's going on with Manchester United. My video is also going to be on the link.
Manchester United.
We'll see you guys in the next video, and
Number one.
peace.